Well, just a quick word here. I have Jared Barton, the chairman of the Piarsaigh Óga, whose under-16 team are here today in the final against Crossmaglen. Two big names in Armagh football, and looking at the two teams, two big teams as well. Jared, perhaps maybe you could give us say a word or two about the Ógs.
I'd like to say, Joe, that this is our fourth year in the Juvenile Championship, and this year will be a special occasion for us, because this year we have sponsored the under-16 county final in a famous clubman, Barney McManus Memorial. It would be a great occasion for us to win this year. But as I say, we're up against a good side, Crossmaglen, one of the best sides in the county. But we'll be giving it our all on the day.
Obviously, a lot of preparation has gone into it.
Yeah, we've worked very hard at this. We have a panel of 28, 29 players. On the day, 15 will play. But they will go out on the field as a panel, and there will be a lot of men called on the day.
And of course, Jared, the conditions perfect.
Perfect conditions today. Usually, it's maybe this last while back the weather has been bad, but the pitch is in great shape, and hopefully the dry weather will help us today.
Well, hopefully, Jared, will have a word with you after, and you'll be celebrating a Piarsaigh win.
Thanks very much, Joe. All the best.
We KJ. The Armagh County Board would like to welcome you all to this afternoon's or this evening's under-16 championship final between Crossmaglen Rangers and Pearse Óga. Enough from Theodore Rio by Nathania Agimich and Ayakela Agiri Corn Brian Dicwanasa a winch. From Cornshaw a Brono Igna Piarsaigh Óga Agivnia or Brian Dicwanasa a Hugga Hill from the Piarsaigh Óga as it be more Ultram Erin Club the Piarsaigh Boss in Lena. Tonight both teams are competing for the Barney McManus Memorial Cup, which has been presented in memory of Barney, a lifelong Gael and stalwart of Pearse Óga, for the under-16 championship in Armagh. The Barnia in it, the teams, are Deuce O'Reilly na Prussia, the Crossmaglen Rangers team. Every hen, number 1, John Martin. Every dog, number 2, Padraig Spearn. Every 3, number 3, Cormac Clark. Every Cahar, number 4, Aaron Kernan. Every Craig, number 5, Declan McEntee. Every Shea, number 6, Brendan McKeown. Every Shot, number 7, Stephen Kernan. Alarna Parsa in the middle of the field. Every Hawk, number 8, Peter Rogers. Every Knee, number 9, Sean McNamee. Every Jake, number 10, Gerard Fitzpatrick. Every Hain Jake, number 11, Padraig Kinlan. Every Doye, number 12, John McKenna. Yale every 3 Jake, Sean O'Marharty, now every Cahar Jake, Ewan O'Neill Agimich. Number 13, John Marta, and number 14, Ewan O'Neill are not playing and are replaced by every Shot Jake, number 17, Martin Hanratty, and every Shea Jake, number 16, Michael McNamee. Martin Hanratty will play at right corner forward, Michael McNamee at centre full forward. Agus every 2 Jake and number 15, Peter McShane. Buran na Piarsaigh Óga, the Pearse Óga team. Every Hain, number 1, Neil McGuigan. Every Door, number 2, Paul McManus. Every 3, number 3, Paul Duffy. Every Cahar, number 4, Paul Donnelly. Every Craig, number 5, Andy Mallon. Every Shea, number 6, Cal Dugan. Every Shot, number 7, Connor Clark. Alarna Parka in the middle of the field. Every Hop, number 8, Gregory Loughlin. Every Knee, number 9, Ronan Clark. Every Jake, number 10, Connor Mallon. Every Hain Jake, number 11, Robert McKay. Every Doye, number 12, Padraig Duffy. Every 3 Jake, number 13, Connor Lapham. Over Piarsaigh, number 14, Helen Brady. Over Piarsaigh, number 15, Gary Donnelly.
Now we've just commenced a minute's silence for memory of Karen McCone, who is related to a member of the Crossmaglen team. And the silence has just ended now. The referee getting ready to start the game. Under 16 county final between Crossmaglen Rangers and Piarsaigh Óga. Piarsaigh Óga have wind advantage here in the first half. A great tradition in underage football, as of course, at Crossmaglen Rangers. Ball is thrown in. Piarsaigh Óga forced to break. Number 7 for Piarsaigh Óga, Conor Clark, gets the ball away down. Piarsaigh Óga set up an attack, but it's cut out here by Crossmaglen, who defend well. Work the ball out of defence to number 9, Sean McNamee. Sean McNamee now, still playing the ball to number 4, Aaron Karen, son of Joe Karen, but Piarsaigh Óga break up this defence. An attack now. Piarsaigh Óga attacking through number 11, Robbie McCaig. He has the ball now. And number 9, Ronan Clark, illegally halt there. And Piarsaigh Óga gets the first free of the game from a scoreable position. And it's Pádraig Duffy now, free from the hands, but 40 metres out, it's high, looks like it's going wide, and it goes wide, the first wide of the game.
The first wide of the game to Piarsaigh Óga, and the kick out is now about to be taken by Cormac Clark, the Crossmaglen full-back. Cormac kicks out to the centre of the field where the ball is grabbed in the air by Stephen Kernan. Stephen is robbed. Free kick to Piarsaigh Óga. Free kick taken from the hands by number 9, Ronan Clark of Piarsaigh Óga, and he sends it straight over the bar. A wonderful point, and the first point of the game to Piarsaigh Óga. And scoring ish, na Piarsaigh Óga, Cooley na Wine, na Rennehe as Crossmaglen Naj. And kick a Hoga la Maharisht again Lan Cooley Cormac O'Cleary. Fullback Cormac Clark kicks the ball out again, out to the centre of the field where this time it's knocked down by Robert McCaig to Conor Mallon. Ball blocked brilliantly by the Crossmaglen left half back, by the Crossmaglen fullback Cormac Clark, and it's kicked wide by one of the Piarsaigh Óga forwards. The third kick out in almost as many minutes by Cormac Clark, the Crossmaglen fullback. Kicks it well again, and this time it's grabbed in the centre, pulled out of the air by Ronan Clark, Pearse Óga's midfielder, over to his partner Gregory Loughran, who loses it. Goes now to Sean McNamee. Sean kicks it over the sideline, and it's a line ball to Pearse Óga. And Pearse Óga have wasted that effort. The ball is gone straight over the line again from a line ball, so it's now a line ball to Crossmaglen Rangers. A wasted effort. And kick a choramau ag na Piarsaigh Óga agus anish chance ag na réinithe is Crossmaglen gol an nonsi arisht. This time it's not a very good kick either. It dribbles along the sideline, but it's a free kick to Pearse Óga, and it's wasted. And it's with the Crossmaglen midfielder Ronan Clark, who's fouled as he's going through there. And it's a free kick to Crossmaglen to be taken by number 11, Padraig Kinlan. And it's a nice looking kick, but it's held in there. And Pearse Óga come out with it. And it goes over the sideline, and it's a line ball to Crossmaglen. Taken by number 7, Stephen Kernan. And it's now with the Crossmaglen number 5, Declan McEntee, who passes it to Peter Rogers. And it's now back with Stephen Kernan, kicks it along the ground. Cleared by Pearse Óga, and the ball is down as far as number 10, Conor Mallon. Aaron Kernan has the ball, but he's put over the sideline, so it's a line ball to Pearse Óga. Sideline ball will be taken by number 7, Conor Clark. Kicks it in, and it goes to Ronan Clark, the Pearse Óga midfielder. He beats his man, takes a shot, but it goes wide. And Kehamaka reached ag Lan Cooley, Crossmaglen number 3, Cormac O'Cleary. Kick out taken by the number 3 for Crossmaglen, Cormac Clark, right out into the centre of the field again, and is fisted down by the Pearse Óga midfielder Ronan Clark. Pearse Óga again on the attack, and it's the midfielder Ronan Clark who sends a delightful point straight over the bar from 50 yards out. That was really a brilliant point. If Pearse Óga had been wasteful with regard to scoring opportunities up until now, Ronan Clark has certainly made up for it with that brilliant point from about 50 yards out. And scoring ish na Piarsaigh Óga ga chulín agus yell scorer be ag na réinithe is Crossmaglen go fáil. The score now, Pearse Óga's 2 points, Crossmaglen Rangers no score. There's about 9 minutes gone, and the ball is out in the centre of the field, and it's with Pearse Óga again. But once again it's gone over the sideline for a line ball to Crossmaglen from about 60 yards out from their own goals. A free kick from where the ball lands, and it's in now with the right corner forward Peter McShane, and the ball has gone wide from Peter McShane. Ball kicked out and is grabbed in there by number 9, a commanding figure in the centre of the field for Pearse Óga, Ronan Clark, and he kicks it down as far as his centre full forward, Caelan Brady. Caelan Brady on a solo run. He beats the full back, Cormac Clark. He's still going through. He hits it into the centre, and it's grabbed in there by the left corner forward, who takes a shot, and it's in the net. A brilliant goal by the Pearse Óga left corner forward, Gary Donnelly. Pearse Óga now 1-2, 5 points in front. 1 goal and 2 points to no score. The score after about 10 minutes. That was a very well taken goal by Gary Donnelly. Ball comes out, and this time Crossmaglen have it in the centre of the field. Number 8, Peter Rogers. And it goes very dangerously close to the line over there, and it goes over the line, another line ball. A line ball for Pearse Óga. Taken, and it goes down as far as number 12, Pádraig Duffy. Pádraig Duffy into Gary Donnelly. Takes a shot, and it goes wide. At this stage of the game, Pearse Óga are dominant, particularly around the centre of the field, and that is providing an opportunity to get the ball down to their forwards. They've scored 1, 2, and they've had a number of wides as well. Kick out. A free kick to Crossmaglen. Has to be taken over again because some ground was gained there by Peter Rogers. The ball must be taken from the correct spot. Stephen Kiernan of Crossmaglen has the ball now. It's fisted on, but his opposite number, Conor Clark, on the Pearse Óga team, intercepts and is fouled, and it's a free kick to Pearse Óga. Taken by Cathal Dugan, the centre half back, down as far as the full forward, Caelan Brady, who takes a high shot that goes wide. The ball kicked out. It's knocked down by Gregory Loughran, who follows through, takes possession, takes a shot, and kicks it wide. That's 6 wides Pearse Óga have accumulated in the last few minutes, or rather since the game began.
Good ball, Joe.
Pearse Óga lead by 1-2 to no score, even though their forwards have been very wasteful in that they have kicked 6 wides in the space of about 10 minutes. But it's Pearse Óga in the attack again. Ball goes in and it's fisted down by Conor Loppin, and eventually it goes over the bar. At this stage, Pearse Óga would seem to be a lot more hungry for the ball and a lot more keen to get possession, to hold on to possession and to take a shot. They've scored 1-3, just 6 points, but they've also hit 6 wides. The ball is kicked out, and this time Stephen Kiernan of Crossmaglen gets it, but it only gets up as far as the Pearse Óga half back line, is sent down again, where Conor Loppin kicks it on, and Gary Donnelly is fouled in possession, and it's another free kick to Pearse Óga. Kick Sarah Reist ag na Piarsaigh Óga, a Hóga le Tham Shaw, ag far Larn the Park, a Ronan O'Clery. Another free kick to Piarsaigh Óga, this time taken by number 9, and playing midfield, Ronan Clark, and he hits it from his hands straight over the bar. And score anish, Cúil agus Ceara Chúlín ag na Piarsaigh Óga, agus gan scorer B ag na Rénitheis Crossmaglen go fáil, and Immert Lig ag na Piarsaigh Óga. Piarsaigh Óga are dominating the play around the centre of the field, and the Piarsaigh Óga forwards seem much too fast and much too enthusiastic altogether for the Crossmaglen backs. This time it's grabbed by the Crossmaglen half forward, who's way down in his own half of the field, Padraig Kindlin. He hits it straight across. Where it went to Declan McEntee, but Declan McEntee was blocked, and it's Pearse Óga in the attack again. The ball in this time with Gary Donnelly, or Conor Lappin, sorry. Conor Lappin across to Conor Mallon. Conor Mallon takes a shot, and he hits it over the bar, but the referee had already blown for a free, so that score won't count, and it's another free in to Pearse Óga. This time the free will be taken from his hands by Pádraig Duffy from about 30 yards out and slightly to the right of the posts, and he hits it straight over the bar. Another point for Pearse Óga. Crossmaglen Rangers are finding it very difficult to get possession in the middle of the field, and even when they do, they don't succeed in moving the ball up past the Pearse Óga half-back line, who are tackling like terriers. Kick out this time by the goalkeeper John Martin, but it goes to the Pearse Óga left half-back Conor Clark. Conor holds it too long, and it's a kick to Crossmaglen, and it will be taken from his hands by Stephen Kernan. Stephen kicks it up the field, but he kicks it straight over the sideline. Another wasted opportunity. Sideline ball this time is taken by Paul Donnelly, the Pearse Óga left corner back. Little bit of pushing and that down there, so it's a free to Crossmaglen, taken by Stephen Kernan. But it only goes as far as Pearse Óga half back, and this time it's number 5 Andy Mallon who kicks it down, but it's held in there by Padraig Ferran for Crossmaglen, who kicks it up the field, and it's now with Jared Fitzpatrick. Jared on a solo run beats his man, hits it in, but the Pearse Óga corner back comes thundering out. A great clearance there by Paul Donnelly, but the ball is back in, and this time it is with the Crossmaglen number 15 Peter McShane, but from right straight in front of the goals, Peter McShane has sent it wide. So Crossmaglen have yet to score. There's about 18 or 19 minutes gone, and Crossmaglen have yet to score. They're really chasing it at this stage, and that was a golden opportunity for Peter McShane to open the account of the Crossmaglen Rangers team. The kick out taken by Neil McGuigan, and it's held in there by Andy Mallon of Pearse Óga. It's gathered on and sent further down, where it is now with Caelan Brady, the full forward, who's way out on the left, and he sends it wide. There couldn't have been much in at that time, a matter of inches, I would say. He did very well to get that ball and to cut in from the left-hand side and take a shot, and it has just gone a few inches wide. Kick out, and this time it's held in there by Stephen Kernan of Crossmaglen. A good catch by Stephen. Ball is now with the Crossmaglen midfielder Peter Rogers. Peter is fouled, and the free will be taken from his hands by Stephen Kernan. A good long free kick right up, and is punched away by Paul Donnelly of Pearse Óga, the left corner back. Cathal Dugan, the centre half back, takes the free for Pearse Óga from his hands. Went as far as Gary Donnelly, who was fouled. Gary takes the free kick himself from his hands, and it's Pearse Óga in the attack once again. A kick by their big midfielder, Ronan Clark, number 9, which once again goes wide. Kick out by the Crossmaglen goalkeeper, but it only goes as far as number 10, Conor Mallon of Pearse Óga, but Conor blasts it wide from about 30 yards out. Pearse Óga are 8 points to the good, but they've missed far more chances than they've taken. But Pearse Óga in the attack again, and it is a left half back who takes a shot, and a very good save by the Crossmaglen goalkeeper John Martin, because as that ball was coming in, one of the Pearse Óga forwards was thundering in on top of him. He managed to stop the ball from going into the net, and it's Crossmaglen in the attack now with Declan McEntee, but Declan McEntee is robbed, and the ball is with Pádraig Duffy of Pearse Óga, and Pádraig sends it down to an unmarked player, and it's hit over the bar, fisted on as it bounced by the full forward Caelan Brady. That ball bounced very dangerously in front of what Michael O'Hare used to call the parallelogram, and it was met by Caelan Brady, who fisted it very strongly over the bar. Kick out by the goalkeeper. It's a bad one, but it goes as far as Declan McEntee, Crossmaglen right half back. But Declan's kick only goes as far as Ronan Clark in midfield for Pearse Óga. A high kick by Ronan out close to the sideline, and is grabbed there by Conor Lappin. Conor Lappin passes it in to Conor Mallon, and as Conor Mallon going on a solo run, passes back in to the left half back of the Pearse Óga team's Conor Clark. This is a feature of the game in that the Pearse Óga half backs are coming up and lending assistance to the midfield and to the attack. This time it's a free for Pearse Óga to be taken from his hands by midfielder Ronan Clark. Ronan hits it. He hits it high and he hits it hard, but he hits it well wide. Kick out by Crossmaglen full-back Cormac Clark. It's a good kick out this time, right into the centre of the field, but it is grabbed in there. A mighty catch, a wonderful catch, a brilliant catch by Ronan Clark, the Pearse Óga midfielder, who's having an enormous influence on the course of this match. He's totally unbeatable in the centre of the field. He takes the kick from his hands, and this time his aim is certain. A brilliant point. A brilliant point from about 60 yards out, straight over the centre of the crossbar. An inspirational point. A point that more than makes up for many of the earlier misses of the Pearse Óga team. Kick out, and this time is Crossmaglen in the attack. Martin Hanratty. And Martin passes it in to Jared Fitzpatrick, and it's Jared Fitzpatrick on the ball, and Jared hits it in, and it goes to Peter McShane, and Peter passes it on over, but that man is there again. Ronan Clark, the midfielder, is back helping his defence, and he intercepts a pass, and then he's fouled, so it's a free kick out for the Piarsaigh Óga. And it's grabbed in there by Pádraig Duffy, the number 12 for Pearse Ógs, and Pádraig hits it on down, but it's intercepted by Crossmaglen fullback Cormac Clark, and Cormac are a sounding kick up the field, which Conor Clark of Pearse Ógs fails to hold on to, but the ball breaks loose, and it goes to Paul Donnelly. Paul sends it on down the field where Robert McKay gets it, and Robert hits it down to his full forward, Caelan Brady. Caelan Brady takes a shot from way out on the right, which goes wide. A feature of this game I mentioned earlier was the effort of the Pearse Óg half-backs in the way they come up the field to assist their midfielders and forwards, but the Pearse Óg forwards are also going back into defence to assist where necessary. They're playing a more total form of football than Crossmaglen Rangers, and they seem to be dominant in most positions in the field. There's a kick-in which is held in there by Crossmaglen goalkeeper John Martin, and it's fisted out to Stephen Kernan. Stephen Kernan is one person on the Crossmaglen team who's playing very well. He hit it to Brendan McKeown, but Brendan McKeown lost possession, and it's in the back of the net, and that's a brilliant goal. Brendan McKeown lost possession to that man again, number 9 for Pearse Ógs, Ronan Clark. Ronan sent a resounding kick into the square, and it was fisted to the net by number 15, Gary Donnelly. Once again the ball's kicked out, but Robert McKay, wearing number 11, is up there in the centre of the field helping out at midfield, and he gets the ball. Gregory Loughran is penalised for holding on too long. Crossmaglen are up past the centre of the field again, and they've been awarded a free for a push. The ball is with John McKenna. He's tackled hard, he loses it, and the ball goes over the line, but it's a sideline ball to Rangers of Crossmaglen, and it's taken quickly, and it goes to their centre half-back, Brendan McKeown, who's up helping in attack, and it is now with Martin Hanratty wearing number 17. Martin takes a shot, and it has gone out for a 50. Martin Hanratty's shot was blocked, and it has gone out for a 50. .50 to be taken by number 11, Pádraig Kendlin. Will this be Crossmaglen Rangers' first score? It goes in there, and it's grabbed by John McKenna. And a brilliant save on the line. John McKenna took a rasping shot, which has been saved brilliantly by Neil McGuigan in the Pearse Óg goal. He went right down to the ground to stop that one. That was a brilliant shot, and brilliantly saved by goalkeeper Neil McGuigan. From a sideline ball after the clearance, the ball is now with Cathal Duggan, Pearse Óg centre half back, who was fouled. He'll take the kick himself from his hands, and he sends it down the field. And it's grabbed there by Conor Mallon. But Conor steps over the line as he's clearing the ball, and it is a sideline ball to Crossmaglen from around the centre of the park. It's taken by Stephen Kernan, but it only goes as far as Pearse Óg defender, and he clears his lines, and it goes right down to Conor Lappin, the right corner forward, who came away out to midfield to get that ball. And it's now with the full forward, Caelan Brady. Caelan Brady takes on his man, he footers the ball, he drops it on the ground, he has it up again. He's still trying to go through. Despite the efforts of the full back, he gets his pass in. And it goes to the number 13, Conor Lappin, who sends it straight over the bar. A lovely point for Piarsaigh Óga. And scoring ish, na Piarsaigh Óga, ga chula gasak gulini, agus niel scorer be faiche ignorenehe as Crossmaglen go fáil. Kegur Carty for score island shin couple of bomacho hen nur rin coolbaire in the Piarsaigh Óga, Neil McGuigan, Sowell, Intach and shin. No score yet for Crossmaglen, even though they deserved something a few minutes ago when Neil McGuigan, the Piarsaigh Óga's goalkeeper, made an excellent save. The ball now with Padraig Kindlin, the Crossmaglen centre half forward, down helping his defence. It goes on up the field via Peter Rogers at midfield, but it's held in there by Paul Duffy, the Piarsaigh Óga centre half back, and cleared down the field again, where Crossmaglen centre half back Cathal Dugan sends it right back. But once again Piarsaigh Óga on the attack, and the ball's along the ground there. Declan McEntee succeeded in picking it up, and he hits it up the field where two Crossmaglen men collide. But Sean McEntee hits it up, and this time it was Martin Hanratty. And the ball's now with Padraig Kindlin. Padraig takes a low shot, but it's held in there by Paul Donnelly of Piarsaigh Óga and cleared out over the sideline by Paul Donnelly of Piarsaigh Óga. Sideline ball to Crossmaglen. It's hit in there, goes to Padraig Kindlin, but it's half time. The referee has blown his whistle. Padraig Kindlin can do nothing at this stage, and the score at half time is na Piarsaigh Óga 2-8, Renich in the Crusher, no score.
Sean, thanks very much. And both teams come in here at half time, 2-8 to no score for Piarsaigh Óga. Crossmaglen hasn't really got anything registered yet at the moment, but I dare say there'll be a few hard words said here at half time. In quite contrast, a lovely evening here for tonight's finals, the Ollie Hardy Cup preceding this here. Turnarow, Portadown, v Cullaville, the main attraction, and the crowd starting to filter in. Short sleeve job tonight, and I dare say a lot of fluids will be consumed by both these underage players. But still, Crossmaglen not at the hunt at the moment, but through sheer determination from the Ógs, we'll have a lot to answer in the second half. So going in 2-8 to no score in favour of Piarsaigh Óga, the Armagh side. We'll resume in a couple of minutes' time. So the second half just resumed. As we finished in the start of it, Piarsaigh Óga into the attack right away. A delightful ball played up towards the corner there for Gary Donnelly, but Gary, the score of a goal and a point already in the first half, but Ógs dominating so far every sector. Back to the big midfield, Ronan Clark. Clark now with it. Ben's plenty of time to pick it up, so he has. Clark drops a lovely ball into Duffy. Duffy in turn misses out there and is gathered by the cross defender. But big Clark once again, hurrying the crossman. Well intercepted there by Paul McManus. Paul McManus in turn, right foot, plays it up towards the line. Both these teams playing for the Barney McManus Perpetual Trophy this year, a trophy that has been donated by the Ógs for the great stalwart Barney, who passed away earlier on this year. But I dare say Barney will be smiling and contribute to both these teams. Back comes Cross now. Sean McNee. McNee hits a high ball in towards the square. Goalkeeper looks up in the air and it just drops over the point. So it's the opening score for Crossmaglen. Just gone 2 minutes into the second half. So is it 2-8 for the Ógs? 1 point for Crossmaglen. Can Cross pull that big deficit back? I have Gerald McLean here this evening. Gerald, a great Piarsaigh Óga man, but Gerald now 1 point.
A very good point from the Crossman. Shows his form by scoring a good point from long range, but they have a long way to go in this. Piarsaigh Óga is a very competent team here.
Going for 2 in a row here, Gerald, so they are.
Looks good. Underage, the kings of underage in Armagh at the moment. But this last while, Piarsaigh Óga, let's hope it comes through in senior level now.
Back come the Ógs. Centre half forward, Ronan McCaig. McCaig hits a right-footed shot. It's long. It's over the bar. What an inspirational point there from McCaig. Well, we're speaking too late, Gerald, so we are.
That's nice football from Piarsaigh Óga now.
Well, McCaig's first point in the opening half. As I said earlier on, Gary Donnelly a goal and a point, and Pádraig Duffy, the other half forward, a goal and a point. But the main man at the moment was their number 9 with 4 points here is Ronan Clark. Backs come cross, well picked out of the air there by Clark once again. A driving force in this Ógs side. Underage hip to the full forward Brady. Brady, he's been hassled and tackled there by Fern of Crossmaglen, and it's been awarded. Cross has been awarded a free out, taken quickly there by Cormac Clark. Clark drives it back into the full forward there for well picked out of the air by big O'Neill. O'Neill now looks around for support. To his inside is the midfielder McEntee, but he gives it to McEntee. McEntee turns, tries to get his way, but he's been hassled there by Clark once again. Gets his kick in, right foot, shot. The umpire's signal. It's a lovely point by once again. But the Ógs can do on one side, Cross can come back. Now maybe this match is lightening up. Tim Gregory down below there from Crossmaglen, urging his side on, but in the meantime John Carson, Mickey Cullen and Tommy Powell urging the Ógs boys on. This game refereed by Mulligan McNichol in the middle. McNichol refereeing at the top level. Neil McGuigan pumps it out once again. Up goes big Clark, but it's boxed down this time. Comes Crossmaglen. A snapshot there by Sean McEntee. Cross could rue those chances towards the end, Gerald.
Yeah, the playing too much football now, Cross. That was a good chance to score in there, and he should have put the ball over the bar that time. But Piarsaigh Óga midfield is dominating here. Good combination work for the number 9 for Piarsaigh Óga and the number 11.
But as we often said, more or less, in the commentary up here, Gerald, Crossmaglen are playing until the Ógs end. What was the Ógs end? The club rooms down below.
Well, someday we hope to get her back again,
The sun's shining in more or less the keeper's eyes. Up go the players, big Clark again, but intercepted there by the full-back. Cormac Clark is playing right up into the half-forward line now. So switches all around this cross team. Cormac Clark, right left foot, hits it, drives it right across the far side. Up goes Peter Rogers. Rogers now trying to keep the ball in play. He's been chased there by Paddy Duffy, or Paul Duffy that was, but it goes for a 45. Cross still trying to claw their way back into this game. 2-9 to no, not 2. Taken quickly. Quick 1-2. Referee says no, too close. He'll make his way over and probably have the ball. The two number 11s under McCaig and Kinlan. But big Clark is getting in beside it. Ronan Clark and Kinlan. Up go the players. Clark has the advantage. And he is fouled. Cathal Dugan takes it short, plays into centre half. Robert McKeigner tries to elude his man, and he's fouled. So the Ógs gathering momentum here. Here comes Dugan. Dugan drives it up. 2, 3, 4 men go for it, but the Crossmaglen man comes out of it. And man, Stephen Kiernan, I guess, has picked up an injury. Stephen, son of Joe, but play resumes. Back comes the play. Here comes Declan McEntee. McEntee now plays it right across the far side. Cross trying to build, trying to keep possession. A lovely interception there by Sean McNamee now. McNamee, right foot, hits it high, hits it long. Ball still in place, box down. The keeper comes along, but it goes for a 45, and Kiernan still is down. Attention will be received. I think Stephen more or less picked up that injury there between 3 or 4 players, Gerald, but I dare say the medic's quickly onto the ground.
Oh, he'd be okay, he'd be up with that water, he'd be up and running. But Cross began to play possession football now, should have scored that on that raid there.
Typical Cross football there too, Gerald, all the same, more or less the big high ball, hoping for the big man maybe.
I would prior to that, the good possession football, interplay, and the lad had a good chance of scoring, and he snapped at it just.
Well, this 45, like, you know, we've come in now, just coming to about the 9th minute. They need to get a major score here now to sort of bring them right back into this game, don't they?
Big lad Stark in the middle. Number 9 for Piarsaigh Óga is down 8, and Cross brought the full back out to mark him now. But Stark's height is big asset here in this.
He seems to be everywhere type of thing. The 4 points that he's contributed so far, and it's like the old saying, on a hot evening like tonight, the big man would always sort of falter, so he would do.
But Clark, plus the fact of being big, he can feel, and he's good vision, good passer of the ball too, like walking around the centre half forward, McKeigh.
Well, here we go with this 45. It's taken quickly by Kinlan. It's high, it's long, back into the square, and it just bounces over the. So Cross get another point, pull one back. 2-9 to 0-3, and still we have plenty of time in this game. But Gerald, this is the first year of the Barney McManus Perpetual Trophy presented by Pearse Ógs to the county board. Like,
it'd be very appropriate if Pearse Ógs did one with Barney's associating with the Ógs in a long time. It'd be very appropriate if the Ógs did win this.
Well,
looks like doing so at the moment.
Well, looks like doing so, but Cross is more or less putting a bit of a pressure on now. The ball falls into the hands of Paul Donnelly. He drives away up to the far side, but intercepted this time by Stephen Kiernan. The man is up and running once again. Kiernan drives a long ball back into the Oak square. Up go the players. Pucked out of the air once again. A chance here, quickly taken. It's high, it's over the bar by Peter Rogers. Rogers had a chance there, maybe for goal.
Good work. If he had a side step to that, he had a good chance of breaking through there for goal. But young Kiernan sent a good ball in there for him.
So Rogers once again reduces the deficit. 4 points for Crossmaglen. 2-9 for the Ógs. And Rangers introducing the sub, Tim Gregory. Pushes on Gavin Morgan. Gavin goes to the referee. Hands him the customarily slip. So Gavin comes on. He's for Michael Hanratty, or Martin Hanratty. Back come the Ógs. Well slipped there, so it is a lovely ball coming in towards the middle of the field. 2 men running for it. But the Crossmaglen man, Pádraig Fearon now with it. Tries to make his way out. He's stopped in his way by Duffy now. But Fearon gets his kick out. Up comes towards into the half-back. A big ball goes in there till the big midfielder Rogers with it now. Slips it into his own midfielder McEntee now with a chance. Tries to fit it into the substitute. The substitute hits it right foot and just hits it to the left of the post, but the umpire signals as a 45. Rangers looking dangerous here now, Jared.
But there had a chance of a score there. He should have took the score. He shouldn't have took another pass there. He should have put the ball over the bar.
But how's Oaks going to sleep here, have they?
Oh no, Pearse Óga is defending well. And I noticed they're defending, all 15 players are defending for Pearse Óga, which is a good sign.
Well, this 45. Still plenty of time. What they need. That's Kiernan with this. Cormac Clark standing beside it as well. Kiernan with this 45. Right foot strikes it high, strikes it long and towards the square. Ball still kept in play. It's kept in play by Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick, he's been hurried and an Oaks man on the ground. It's up to the referee's discretion whatever's happened there, but I didn't see that incident, Jared.
Umpires will decide that one.
Yeah, Mulligan McNichol goes over and has a quiet chat to his umpire. He's signalling one of the players is Peter Rogers. He's having a yarn with him, but Rogers must have done something that he shouldn't have done once Cross were in the attack. So still, he's taking names. I don't actually know what's happened yet, but the player is still on the ground. I'm not too sure who the player is anyway, Jared, is it?
No, I don't know who it is, but as for the umpires are important at the game like this, especially at underage level. There shouldn't be any off the ball instances in underage football.
I think Rogers, by the look of him, he's walking, so he is. He's coming to the sideline. Yeah, it looks like as he's been sent off, Jared.
He must have been caught striking or he wouldn't have been going. And we can't have that in modern day football, can we?
Well, disappointing for him, but as you said, Gerald, you can't have it in modern day football. But in the meantime, I think that's Tommy Powell down under in the middle of things, isn't it?
Well, Pat Cullen. Oh,
Tommy Martin is right. So Peter Rogers goes off for Cross. Cross now reduced to 14 men just as they were pressing. And we have about 15 minutes left in this second half. Play will resume with a free, taken quickly there by the fullback, or come half forward Cormac Clark. Tried to look for the elusive goal there, but it's just blocked over the bar.
oh, the Oaks too alert for that. Cross are under pressure now with 14 men, calm.
So 2-9 to 0-5 in favour of Pearse Óga, but Pearse Óga has only registered that 1 point share, like, you know, it's in the second half here. 2-8 going in, and Cross has clawed like 5 points.
Oh, you see Cross's heads go down there with 14 men. They're going to be under fierce pressure now.
I often have seen it, but, you know, 14 men, Gerald, you know, coming back.
Well, see, it showed Cross's resolve now. Can they come back and play? Well, good fielding there now.
Yes, once again, here comes Cross in the attack. Stephen Kiernan with it. Kiernan still with the ball, left foot, hits it high, hits it long, but just tails to the left of the post.
That was very unfortunate, young Kieran. He fielded that ball well and come through. A good run there. A score would have been an appropriate end to that one.
Stephen, son of Joe's, like it seems to be
Through, pedigree's there.
Niall McGuigan, the Oaks keeper, takes plenty of time over this kick. Strikes it well up to the 40. We push there, but back comes Crossmaglen again. Here comes Kiernan. Kiernan with it. Left foot drives it right across into the square, but just can't keep it in. The ball goes off once again. Out for a wait for Crossmaglen. So definitely it looks like Cross could be kicking their way out of this under-16 final this evening. The Ógs hoping to put it back to back, and in particular for this special trophy tonight been awarded. Here comes the Rangers in true tradition. Boxed well, plucked out of the air there by Paul Donnelly. Donnelly now takes it right back in towards the middle of the field. It comes between Conor Mullen and John McKenna. McKenna with it for Cross. McKenna still has the ball. 2 Ógs men round him. Has to throw it back to Kiernan. Kiernan now, we top up to the half forward. Into the sub, Joe Óg. But a bad kick there by Joe. Underneath it this time. Ball still hobbling about. The ball is kicked up into the Rangers defence, and referee once again will have a word with one of the Rangers men. Ronan Clark is the man that came out worst on that tackle, and referee speaks to Cormac Clark. George.
The game's become very scrappy now. From the good football in the first half, it's become very scrappy.
Clark has sort of dropped out of it this past 5 or 10 minutes, hasn't he?
Indeed, very much so.
To say maybe the heat is sort of getting to him, would it be?
Yeah, maybe his fitness is telling here.
But still, we've another 11 minutes to go. Still, Pearse Ógs 2-9 to 0-5 in front. And Clark will take this free till his right hand side is McKeag, but Clark plays a bad ball into the Rangers defence there. At no one. It was a terrible ball, wasn't it?
Very poor ball. Looking for a runner and didn't get the runner, but it was the free takers disposed there to kick a good ball, and it was very poor shot that.
Brendan McKeown with this free. McKeown hits it high. Up go the players. Pucked out of the air there by a great fielding there by McKeag. McKeag tries to elude his man. There's no number 11, Kinlan. But McKeag gets his kick in. A little push there. McKeown once again takes it quickly. Back come Rangers. Sean McNamee now. McNamee, a lovely ball up to the far side there till John Ogle. Ogle with it now, so he's trying to get past there. Cahill Dugan, and Dugan finds him. And Dugan, by the looks of things, McNichol will have another word in Dugan's ear. So the first Ógs man to go into the book here, Jared.
Oh yeah, he should have more sense. Dugan knows better than that to play football the way he should play. This Joe Ogle is playing well, calling for Cross.
Playing well, he's stopped the high ball into the square, well plucked out of there by big Clark. Clark now makes his way out of it and drives a right foot shot out towards the far side. What an inspirational puck out of the air that was, Jared.
Not only can he play middle of the field, but he can play full back too, that Clark fella. You know that, and kicks the ball to safety in the first.
Back come Rangers. Kiernan drives it back into the square again. Cormac Clark. Clark tries to get a shot in and it drives it over the bar, but the Ógs are holding out. They don't want to concede a major score here, do they?
That's Cross full back coming up and showing how it should be done from the full forward. Good score from full back there.
So 6 points for the Rangers, 2-9 for Pearse Óga. But still, Rangers trying to claw their way back into that final. A goal wouldn't have put a finishing touch to this, Jared.
On my side, I wouldn't like to see a goal. A goal for Pearse Óga, yes, of course.
But here we go again. The Ógs only scored 1 point in this second half, taken quickly by Conlon Bradley or Brady, but Mulligan McNichol has spotted the free. He's getting a hot ball. Taken quickly, up go the players, comes the Ógs man, the midfielder. Loughran with it. Looks around there, right foot, taps a short one. Ógs playing possession football, but not possession, not good enough that time. Cross were aware of it. Now here's the young forward, Michael McNamee drives a long ball, trying to find a centre half forward. Centre half forward is Potter Kinlan now with it. Killen still with the ball, and he tries to get around it. Just on the edge of the square. This ball, and these players are moving very quickly. By the time McNichol gets to the free is committed. He's having a yarn with the umpire. But all Cross needs now, Jerry, really is a goal more or less put this.
Would put the cat among the fish, it's alright. But that Michael McNamee shoot off well, come in with the ball well there.
He's having a word with one of the Cross officials. John, who's that? Who's that, John? One of the Rangers past players has driven high over the bar by Stephen Kiernan. And still Cross whittle away at this Oaks League. Still, Jared, it's cause for concern. Pearse Óga has scored his 1 point in the second half.
They're beginning to show why they got this final now. They're beginning to play well in the second half now. As you say, if they got a major score, it would put the cat among the pigeons. But I think the Oaks are still too strong for them, Colin. Big Clark will come into yet.
Well, 6 minutes about to go. Two players, two subs coming on. Gerald McCoy and Jamie McCabe coming on. Here's Gary Donnelly that went off there. Yes. So McCoy has went on. A great plucked out of the air there by the Oaks man. A lovely ball released up till Loughran. Loughran with it now. Tries to keep it in play. It's Duffy, Pádraig Duffy. Duffy with it, hand to toe. A delightful ball played up close to the far side. Back come the Oaks, looking for a score. Into the centre half, Ronan McCaig with it, up it comes into the midfielder Loughran with it out to the outside till Duffy now with a chance. 2-3 Crossmaglen men beside him, and Duffy with a left foot shot, but the Crossmaglen man, Gerald Fitzpatrick, put him under pressure and made him shoot wide. So great hustling there, great defending there was by Crossman.
Yeah, but Duffy should have jinked around his man, put the ball over the bar. He had the ability to do it and should have done it there. But good combination play from the Oaks there, coming up the left flank here.
Well, time fast running out for Crossmaglen. But still, 2 to addition. Here they come again, the ball running loose. The half-back, Cross under pressure here at this time, but three Oaks men around, but the Crossmaglen man works it out of defence. Kiernan with it. Plays a lovely ball into the McNamee there. Right across this side, back to Kiernan with it. Right foot, throws it back into the far side, up till Patrick Kinlan with it. Right foot hits once again, doesn't turn, just hits it high up into the Oak square. The ball bouncing about, hobbling about. Once again, who is it? Only big Clark. Clark helping his defence out. This side of the field, Duffy with it. Here comes Duffy, coming past the midfield, left foot up towards the corner. Until his full forward Beatty with it now, tries to elude 2-3 Crossmaglen men, still has the ball, has to play it right across into the middle. Clark once again, right foot, hits it high, hits it long. Underneath it is John Martin there, Martin with it for Cross. All the time in the world, Gaza hits a long ball out towards the middle, but no one there, just straight into the path of Ronan McCaig with it for Pearse Óga. Back into his own midfielder, Loughran with it. A wee tap into Clark. Right foot, drives it long, hits it high once again. It's the second score. A great score there by Clark. So Pearse Óga's go into double figures, 2-10. A great score there, Jared, without a doubt.
I'd say he's man of the match, that Clark. Good combination playing that far wing there between Loughran and Clark. Clark shows he can score as well as defend. All round this lad, Clark.
Well, this is it, like, you know, as you say, 1 minute he's in the defence, he's plucking the balls out of the air, now he's up contributing scores.
Well, that's what looks good for the future for that lad, and he just stay at it now.
Back comes Rangers. Just stopped there is Kinlan. Kinlan just pulled by Dugan, and Cross won a free. So we have another sub coming on there, number 25. Just find out who it is in the jiff, but the ball is taken, dropped into the square.
Just number 25 was not listed on the programme. Corrick McInerney has replaced number 16 Michael McNamee on the Rangers team.
So Michael McNamee has been replaced, as you say, and man we have on, I'm not too sure, number 25. In the meantime, Crossmaglen still down to the 14 men, but there's a dog hampering the Pearse Óga goalkeeper. Maybe that's the ringer, is it, Jared?
That's the extra man for Cross coming on now.
And Pearse Óga has made a sub too. There's number 17, Edward McGuire, just came on there, I think it was. But play has resumed. Clark once again. He's been tackled there by Sean McNamee, and Clark wins his free. Time fast running out for the Rangers. Sean McNamee trying to bypass the dog here. He's wanting to have a say on it, but McNamee drives a lovely ball back into the heart of the Óga square. Intercepted this time by Ronald McCaig. Up it comes to Loughran. Loughran, left foot shot. Drives it back right up towards the corner. Up to the full forward, Brady with it now. Eludes his man, goes round him. Brady still with the ball. Fitzpatrick still trying, but Brady gets a great score there. Oh, it is. Brady knew what he was doing there, Jared.
Good square come from the cross full back line the whole way up the field, and for a full forward should be a nice tap over the bar.
But only in this last couple of minutes now, Ógs have been sort of the big score that they've got in the first half has been a big contributing factor.
Back and letting it all happen now.
But still, here they come again. Loughran with it. Loughran. Up it comes, a quick 1-2 there to the sub. The sub, Eddie McGuire. McGuire now racing for it, but first to it this time is Ferran. Ferran back into the centre half. McKeown with it. Partially blocked. Ball run in around the middle of the field. Andy Mullen with it for the Ógs. Mullen, up it comes into his midfielder Loughran between Clark with it. Clark, the Ógs more or less keeping possession football here. Clark once again right, goes to go with his right foot, goes to go to his left foot, but he takes the left foot and he drives it wide, so still 2-11 to 0-8.
Number 17, Edward McGuire.
Game near enough
Number 4, Paul Donnelly on the Pearse Óga team.
come to an end, and the crossman needs a bit of attention. So I dare say there'll be celebrations in Armagh this evening with this trophy will be presented by Barney McManus' son Gerald. Gerald, an ex-Ógs man as well, residing up in Belfast. But as I said, Barney will be smiling this evening. But play gets underway. Here comes quick 1-2 there. Here comes McKeag with it right, hits it high. The umpire signal. And the congratulations go all around from most of these young players.
Marlon scored that one for him.
Jimmy McKeag, number 21.
Oh, was it? Oh, it's sub. All right. You're on the ball there, Colm, all right.
Back we come again. Oaks more or less showing their strength. Number 17 there, Maguire, just came on there a couple of minutes ago, so he has a bit of an impact we had, hasn't he?
He shows he's keen to get into the game, which is a good asset. As long as you're keen to get the ball and don't want to hide.
It's funny, Charlie, you know, the Oaks they're strong at underage, but coming at the senior level is a different ball game, isn't it?
It takes time, time. They're coming through gradually. If we could get under 21s, a couple of titles at under 21s, then we'd make it at senior, because that's what the previous Oak senior championship was made of, under 21 championship teams.
Here they come again, but Sean McNamee cuts that ball out. McNamee with it, trying to back his way out of the fence to Kiernan. Kiernan with it, and Malachy McNichol has the final say. McNichol with a scoreline of 2-12 to 0-8. A convincing win, really, at the end of the day, Gerald, but as I say, the Oaks rejoice in the centre of the field there tonight. Crossmaglen a bit dejected, but overall they were well and truly outplayed, weren't they?
Oh, they were indeed. Well, the good football team, Piarsaigh, which all the Oaks underage teams are all good football teams, and deservedly winners, taking good scores and good combination football. And it's a credit to the mentors, Pat Cullen there and Tommy Martin and all the lads of the senior panel who are looking after these lads. Great to see them getting involved with underage teams.
As I say, like, you know, under 16 minors, under 21s, you know, there's a lot of football there.
There's a gap between minor and senior which has to be filled, and to keep a lad interested from minor to senior is hard. It's nearly impossible to get, unless you have a good under 21 team, it's impossible to get them all playing senior football.
But it's the same across Crossmaglen too, like in true tradition type of thing. Cross have come from underage up to minor, and as I say, back into senior. So there is a lot of football in a lot of them players if they want it. But here we see Patrick O'Nugent getting a hold of Robert McCabe. McCabe now will get this Barney McManus Perpetual Trophy. Gerald McManus, Barney's son, will present it. Johnny Toner, you know, this trophy has been put forward by the Oaks the year. It's great achievement, Gerald.
Oh, very, very appropriate. The Gerald should be here presenting for Barney. Barney, a very staunch Oaks man the last 10 years or so. And the Oaks will be overwhelmed to win this. Great bunch of lads there.
Well, it's nice to see both sets more or less in a lovely autumn evening, can we say.
That's what the GA is all about. Good support from the Crossmaglen there. They will slap the captain of the Piarsaigh when they win the title.
So Gerald McManus will have a Johnny Toner, North Armagh chairman, will have quiet word, and then Gerald will present the Barney McManus Perpetual Trophy to Robert McCaig. It's a pity at the minute that there's not a club room down there, Gerald, to facilitate that, but till our right here they will have.
We're in the process of building a club at the minute, and
by the end of the year.
Oh, by next year we'll have a club room.
Robert McCaig holds it up. He'll have a few words to all his supporters. So McCaig takes it in to the Oaks contingent. The first trophy of the year, the under 16s, goes to Piarsaigh. Well, Jared, food for thought for the year.
Lovely, that's the start of many to come, I hope. It's great to see the very young ones there with Cross jerseys and Oaks jerseys, not soccer jerseys. As long as they've Gaelic jerseys on, that's the main thing, Colin. See
Well,
the very young lads there with Gaelic jerseys on them, even county jerseys.
Well, this is it, as you say, more or less the Armagh jerseys. You can see, you keep the interest more or less in it, and true tradition, more or less, the Rangers will go off, the smarting more or less from these two defeats back to back by Oaks. But I dare say they'll bounce back once again.
They'll come back. They'll be back. Good, strong club. They'll be back, no bother.